Alright, guys, welcome. Fiifi-Manfred to me, obviously, and a little bit of travel, but then work has to be done. I still want to bring you a lot of the updates I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube because for updates now. I mean, and wherever we are, I'm still here, but see about a constant update on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And of course, won't subscribe to the channel and I know I subscribe and want any notifications and anytime we are content ever drop we'll be first so be content that was on Fifi Manfred on YouTube. Of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. And to all of you who share the link, and so I want to say a very big thank you to you. Some share link number for into me and so enjoy analysis maybe on Fifi-Manfred on YouTube. The big question today about Real Madrid. Madrid for any Chelsea a player a very important player for that matter. In fact, a player from the Spanish national team. Last season, this season, why one of the most important players of English Premier League in terms of physicality, from centre back player Betway Booking, he has been very good. Although ne physique the regular physical player that you would need, he tends to be very physical. Now, I can several times say one of the things that you need in the English Premier League physicality with intensity, and in all of that, Nana players and as a teams are very physical and intense. Ana players don't any durable, sir. It affects their durability. As a player on one match back but this guy that I'm talking about, I'm Madrid for a year marking himself one of them prime targets for next summer. Summer, he has been very physical, very durable, very intense for the club, and consistently he seems to be available for the club. And Madrid for have really tried to do the good job. And the funny thing is that he has roamed around Europe. When you have very good football education in Italy, at some point in time, now Juventus, or on loan from Roma, or under Jose Mourinho before Utina. In the last few days, or an interview, or now describe, say he doesn't think that Jimmy Foro in your time, according to him, he felt that Jimmy Foro were a little bit hesitant to give him enough opportunities to thrive, or touring Honor. So he had to go back to Roma. Then it was under Jose Mourinho in games like a crab boy. Then he went on to be sold to the English Premier League or Bournemouth, and of course he has been playing under coach Andoni Areola. Like I said, this season, I think the Bournemouth this season have been one of the most intense teams consistently or Premier League team. So especially local vitality, they won't make it easy for you. In terms of winning duels, being combative, making sure say Bonomo impose your match or turnovers or winning of duels, and he is a key cog of that. And Andoni Areola, any idea a just nipa back it cuts across the whole Bournemouth theme from Antoine Semenyo, Ouattara, Evanel Singh, then he comes in the middle of the park in Chris Cook and Monesani Maninya. All of these guys have been very, very intense and physical for Team Efreno, AFC Bournemouth, and that's why this season they are pushing in to go and play our English Premier League. It's a centre back, Efreno Hoytson, very important player. Madrid for no Asher, Chelsea for no Asher. For Chelsea, they've sent in scouts to Bournemouth. It looks as you said, find it. They've needed partner for a branch and Levi Cole. And they be a church make us say Chelsea a children here will be the cat and dog relationship in terms of centre back, the aggressive and then the sweeper. We've seen several times where Copam and Levi Cole has been the sweeper, very, very good, and he's talking trade with him yet. But times where he has to go and be the aggressor and he doesn't get it. Now, on the other side, in Kubibeka say, Senka Levi Cole, then can the partner any Abrantia, your friend Wesley Fofana. But the truth of the matter is that in the last few games, you say the durability of Abrantia friend Wesley Fofana has been very questionable. You don't get Wesley Fofana to be durable in the last few months. Constantly you get Wesley Fofana you get Wesley Fofana on your feet, and there are issues with durability, the skill set, and the ability to perform at the highest level. You can't question what Wesley Fofana can give you, but it's just the durability and the availability on the field of play to be influential or park. And that is where Abrantia friend Wesley Fofana isn't giving Chelsea Football Club. And that's why Chelsea are looking at Abrantia, your friend Hodgson, because to be very honest with you, we're very durable, he's consistent, he can play as both a sweeper and both as an aggressor with Jordan. And then he gives Chelsea a huge opportunity. So being one player with me ball Levico or Jordan Bono, 18 Sanso Bar Brantia Feno, Wesley Fofana Bono, because with me ball sweeping rule, no say ball with Obi to say Wesley Fofana be aggressor. Then if Fofana misses those balls, then Hodgson can step up and be the aggressor, can be the sweeper and do the clean sweeping job with Jordan. Also, when you play with Levico, now we allow Levico to be the sweeper. Or Hodgson can be the aggressor like he has been for team and friendly AFC Bournemouth. And yeah, yet to say Bournemouth for no, and I don't return less than 70 million. Bournemouth for no said they won't sell a branch friend Hodgson for 70 million. The plan is to sell him for more than 70 million. The plan is to get more from about 3 times more than what they bought him for from team and friend Roma. What is going to go on and is the young boy called Hodgson, Madrid for this action. And in by the summer, I think Madrid for nowhere try somewhere a very, very intriguing, interesting. I say Madrid for now for watching for the summer because Omar realizes that this season I about how the lack of durability of players now which on especially on center backs now, and they don't seem to be able to trust them. I mean, not trust Sabia but trust their availability and durability of park and so. And it affected Madrid for in big games kakra. Yes, I understand Obito Raul Asensio. He has been very important for FC Real Madrid this season. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes you need that experience in games, and you would want some of these experienced heads to come in. And it's a David Alaba available, Eda Militao when you're available, and sometimes and most times Rudiger when you're available. You have to go and play a Branty FN or Lorraine Chimeni or centre back. It takes something away from the team. It takes something away from the midfield, and it doesn't really help team and friend Real Madrid. And I huge conversation as a Madrid for centre back when it comes to the summer. So Kaya, last summer Madrid had conversations extensively on a Branty FN Lenny Euro. Of course, after a while, Lenny Euro go PMO or Manchester United, but Madrid really spoke well to Ren Forno about Abrante and Lenny Euro, the earmark decisions and reasons as to why Madrid is supposed to be the best destination for Abrante and Lenny Euro. All those in a boy that kind of 1 year per on the contract, so Ren Forno catch Madrid Forno say there is no way they are going to allow the boy go away from them unless say Omutia 50 million Manchester United for their ban. Madrid for through Huni Khalifa and Abrantia Florentino Perez discussed, and they realized say for them it's going to be a little bit too much, paying 50 million euros for Abrantia Lenny Euro, who didn't have the needed experience like that, and also now pre-planning as a young player. They didn't think so it was going to be best for them. And of course, Manchester United went on to pay the amount of money on the Lenny Euro or by he probably very consistent. He has been getting injured and he hasn't played a lot of the games for them for team friend Manchester United. Some back injuries and prime. It was really affecting him. Now what we are hearing and they say Lenny Euro is getting back, and that's the reason Manchester United Real Madrid would want somebody. And we are hearing about guys like William Saliba, Real Madrid may try to look at in the summer. The history between Real Madrid and William Saliba is very interesting. I mean, Mbappe Papa, and not the youth team coach of William Saliba. Now, William Saliba, you are not Mbappe and never ball. And nay Mbappe Papa and training. And boy, he owes a certain level of not responsibility, but a certain level of, sometimes as if you owe something to people who have helped you before in the past, and that's what it is with William Saliba and Mbappe Papa. And I don't know if Madrid are going to use Mbappe's father as an intermediary, say, or convince your branch friend William Saliba Nanka Umbra team Nanka Umbrambe Buomona Umbrambe share Madrid action, because Saliba has been really, really instrumental. I doubt, because Saliba is one of Madrid's Arsenal's most important players. I just don't think they will sell him. I'm really interested in that Champions League quarter-final match between Madrid and Arsenal, where William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes will come up against a bunch of friend Kylian Mbappe. The kind of direction that William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes in terms of dealing with Kylian Mbappe, very, very interesting. And what Mbappe has up his sleeves. And like I said, Madrid team here huge, and they tend to go places because consistently be able to get results in terms of difference makers now partners, and they change things for them, which is very, very important. For team and friend Real Madrid. So we'll see if William Saliba be called them. And as a brand your friend Hoyton, Ebeko Tima, your friend FC Real Madrid over there, but Chelsea for also a pushy for brand your friend William Saliba, Honum. And right in terms of centre backs, now brand your friend Pau Kubasi Koko interview, or see or no as a centre back, either way, I brand your friend Virgil van Dijk. And I've said it several times, I mean, in terms of in position of play, aura, personality, not particularly best build-up centre back in terms of playing out from the back there, but he's a decent passer. Again, the physicality and dual monitoring job, you can't take anything away from my brand here, friend, and Virgil van Dijk. And if my brand here, friend, Pau Kubasi, who I think may become a better can become a better centre back than a brand here, friend, Virgil van Dijk now there, then it tells you how important to be to Pau Kubasi and why he's really interested in say what's the name or be to say Virgil van Dijk as his role model over there. Nuti Gene Henderson and Umbisano Madrid for say it's an honor when you hear about your Madrid interest. I'm proud to have such a big club interested in me. It's special for sure over there. In there, of course, Chelsea for a struggle and make the last time said. I mean, now people are getting to understand say there was an importance for Nicolas Jackson in the team. Then you say be our son or born on I mean, all those things are just easy analysis that people do. The real numbers are there. This is a player who is underperforming in ASG, but still the free Chelsea team, Chelsea struggle. It tells you, say the quality and the difference making is not there, and that's the big problem for Chelsea. Maybe like I said today, my dream for Chelsea, and say team Nubinia will be full of technically gifted players. But again, technically gifted players and quite enough to be able to win anything or qualify anything or get into whatever. You need more than just technical gifts or children. Again, you also need more of an athletic team. I mean, team we are very athletic and we are very durable and physical players who can win 60 to 70% of what we do. I would say, my kind of several times said, this day and age, English Premier League is about dual winning. So we play and also a team don't mean we need duels. It's difficult for you to win games. No matter how technical you can be, you have to win duels. I mean, dual winning is such an important part of the game right now. And you can't even mince words when you're talking about that. So these technical players should be able to win duels. And that's why I say Chelsea for the focus on this summer when they're trying to bring in some more players that were trying. Technicians who are not physical can dominate the Premier League games nowadays, like I said. And ask Pep, it's a new world. I believe I acknowledge that and are trying to make it right. Koenda, Isugo are good examples of that. Add backward to the wings and he's a right footer. Bring him in the left wing, and I think that's very, very important. I think that one of the things that Chelsea also have to do is to add height. That will make sure and then they can find all of these players who come in and play consistently. And now, Jean-Michel Obi spoke about Chelsea and Enzo Maresca, Juma, 1 year, the pressure under him, and the things that he went on. Now, he said some specific things in terms of Jean-Michel Obi about Chelsea or what he brings to their team, what they are expecting from Chelsea as former players and what Chelsea can do and cannot do. According to Jean-Michel Obi, he spoke about all of that. I want to actually say, and then as you sit here, who is probably going to be Chelsea player of the season as it stands now? Is it going to be a brand your friend Moises Caicedo? Is going to be Marco Correa? Who do you think so be Chelsea player of the season with respect to what Chelsea want to do on players, who is coming in, who is not coming in this animal? Who do you think say Chelsea best player as the season wears on? Of course, FC Barcelona. The sad news, however, has been that the conversation around Abrantia your friend of Marc Casado. The injury of Marc Casado is very, very worrying, especially in the sense that he has been very important to FC Barcelona. Barca have gone to Marc Casado in times now. Frankie de Jong is injured. In times where you can't play Pedri in a double pivot. I mean, all of those times, Barca have had to follow on a branch of friend Marc Casado to be the tempo controller. There are times where we saw the double pivot of Marc Casado and a branch of friend Marc Bernal. But all of them are injured. And now it's a really worrying sight for Team friend FC Barcelona. And that's what they're trying to do. Pedri, and now an interview, people always see, I think, shots at Xavi in the press. But that's a lie. I have a good relationship with him. I have nothing against him, according to Pedro. Only any issue with our brand here friend is Xavi, the former coach. He says that people just say he throws shots at him as though they didn't attempt. But only on your side, and a very good relationship with him. But I'm wondering, so what has Pedro said that Spanish press, like I say, he throws shots at our brand here, your friend Xavi, and there's a Lamine Yamal. A interview and spoke about the kind of things that he wears in players now. The best defender I've ever seen. I say Alfonso Davies and Nuno Mendes. I say they've been very, very good against him. And he sees two defenders now been very, very important anytime that they have played. Barcelona unbeaten in Madrid this season. All of the games that Barcelona call Madrid come on, they've gotten the results. Wait to see how things are going to turn about with respect to players, any playing body or team friend FC Barcelona. But I don't pay here. This is where we draw the curtain on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We are more, maybe we'll bring you some more content, and then you may will bring you some more content than me on Thursday. We are back into Yebesanso more in terms of the pre-match analysis, any post-match analysis, any international break updates. Or Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Until then, do take care. Bye bye.